Hi everybody, this is Kevin and welcome to another haul video. And today I'll be showcasing some of the new video games I picked up over the past couple weeks with the various summer sales through Nintendo and Best Buy and all sorts of other websites that I used. And really, the best time to buy video games is right around Thanksgiving, the Black Friday sales, people rushing to get gifts for Christmas. And in the summer, for whatever reason, there's always summer sales, like every week. GameStop does a big ad for games. Best Buy does an ad. Even Nintendo, and you gotta jump on Nintendo quick because their games are always $60. Like, still, I think Breath of the Wild still is $60. Like, it was on sale for a little bit, and then it goes back to 60. So you gotta jump on those sales quick if you want to get those games. And it's just funny with Nintendo because, that game is from 2017. And, you have Ghost of Tsushima, which now you have the PS5 version with all the added DLC, of course, which is $70 on the PS5 for all the extra DLC. But if you were to get it on PS4, I think it's like $30. Originally retailing for $60. So if you wait, you will always be able to get deals on games. And I hope you enjoyed the intro with the Tales of Arise anime opening, which is the next big game I'm looking forward to. Typically, I don't buy games on launch just because if you wait 6 months to a year, you can get them on sale. But there are a few exceptions, such as, Final Fantasy VII Remake was the last, I want to say, real game that I bought on launch. And I did buy the Super Mario 3D All-Stars as well, but I sort of regret purchasing that because those ports were god-awful, man. 64 is just archaic in nature, and I respect it. It has its place in history. Sunshine's controls on the Switch were god-awful. Like, the controls for FLUDD were all inverted, and then Galaxy still had the gimmicky motion nonsense, which I thought I was getting it for the Switch, so I can just use the Pro Controller. And I like Galaxy on the Wii, but I'm not playing it on a Wii, and I hate using the Joy-Cons. I like to use a regular controller. But anyway, let's get to the games here. I'm going to show off my PS4 and Nintendo Switch games that I picked up. And I'm going to start with a suggestion that was actually recommended to me by one of my subscribers, Nuke. And this is Trails of Cold Steel #1. Well, the title in the front there is The Legend of the Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel 1. And this is a long-running franchise, the Legend of Heroes franchise. I believe the first series is called Trails in the Sky, and then there's another one called The Legends of Crossbell, and then this is the big hit. There's 4 Trails of Cold Steel games, and obviously this being the first one, you have to sort of play them all in order, and it follows a great, drawn out story. And look at the characters here. It's very anime in nature. This game actually came out originally on the PS3. And, has sort of seen a renaissance, particularly with 3 and 4, which a lot of people like, and a lot of people, I think, played for the first time, and they went back on these. And, from Neon Falcom, and I do believe Atlas is involved in it, as well as the translations. But you may see here, I have, the PEG 12 rating, not T, because this is a European copy, because, the English versions are all out of print, and if you want a brand new copy, they're $150. All out of stock on sites I use, like Best Buy and GameStop. So I bought this on eBay, and it was, it was $25, but it was the European version. I put it in, the disc works fine and all, but it's just an ugly logo. I don't really like it. But cool thing about this is that when you open it up, there's an actual manual in it. And games nowadays don't have this. And this is thick, man. Look at this. Almost 40 pages, up to 39 pages. And it tells you about the characters. It gives you little drawings of the characters. Like I said, they're all anime-esque characters. And just doing a little bit of research. Obviously, I know nothing about the story, but it follows, I guess these kids are in high school or some kind of school. They're younger, and as the games progress, they get older. A lot of character development, a very character-driven story. It's a classic turn-based RPG, and it's definitely something I'm interested in. Again, recommended to you by one of my subscribers, Nuke, who always leaves comments, and I always appreciate it. And I've been meaning to try this series out for a long time, but it's sort of daunting in the fact that there's 4 games, and from what I understand, it does start kind of slow, but as each game ends, you want to keep going and follow the story. And also checking this out, I'm going to have to reverse the cover, because if you see here, let's remove the disc. It also has that ugly-ass logo on the disc, but it's got the same logo, same cover, except the PEG 12 is gone, so I'm going to have to flip the cover around, just because, that's ugly as hell. I'd rather have the T for teen logo, but recommend to be my Nuke, and, going to follow along with this, and if I enjoy it, definitely continue along with the series. So, I got this on eBay. Then, Bandai Namco actually had a sale a couple weeks ago, And like I just showed you at the beginning of the video, the anime opening for Tales of Arise, I was going to say Trails of Arise, but they're different franchises. I went to Bandai Namco's website, and they actually had a lot of the old Tales games on sale that are available on PS4. Now, the only Tales game I've ever played was Tales of Symphonia way back when on the GameCube, and I do remember enjoying it. But however, I sort of just stayed with the Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest series and never really ventured into other RPGs. And this is sort of like an action RPG franchise. But I picked up the 3 available Tales games. The most recent one on the PS4 being Tales of Vesperia. And I thought this was cool too. It has the red PlayStation hits, which, the PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 3 did this back in the day with their big games that, everyone bought, sold out. And these are obviously reprints, not the original copies. And then in the PlayStation 1 days, you had the green logo of PlayStation hits. So again, I think this came out like 2017. It's got the anime art style, which I'm really getting into that now. And just look at like how lame this is compared to, I guess, to Trails of Culture, that great big manual, even the great art in the inside. This is just nothing. And this is a lot of games nowadays. There's no manual or anything, and you find the controls and everything in the actual game. So I got that. People said this is a good one. There's a lot of hit or miss Tales of games. Obviously, everyone likes Symphonia. People really like Abyss. Another one I'm going to show people really like, but there's also a few that people don't really care for. So this is another one that people really like, Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition. And I do believe this is a PS3 game as well, and they remade it as the Definitive Edition because this is probably like one of the top 5 Tales of games. And same thing, if this was on the PS3, I would imagine it came out probably in like 2013 or so. I don't know for sure. And again, no manual or anything, but it does have some kind of artwork in there. And I also picked up this Tales of Vesperia. Again, another Tales of game. Like I said, these games are all between $15 and $20, and I was gonna buy Tales of Vesperia, but I said, let me get a few of them and just add it all to the cart, and at some point I'll get to it, add it to the backlog, and and I do believe this one was released on the PS4 as well. So those are my PS4 games, and I also did get some Nintendo games because, well, like I said, these games are always $60 and very rarely go on sale, so you have to sort of jump on top of them. So let's start with this one, which is Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. Now, this came out back in 2018, actually before Sword and Shield, which is a bit of a controversial game because, well, what are there, like 800 Pokemon now? I mean, my day, 150, 151 really. And then, Johto, you had 250. And, I played Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald, and then I did play Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, and of course, Heart Gold and Soul Silver. But after that, I really stopped following Pokemon. And I always can appreciate the originals. I understand that there's a lot of like gimmicky controls in this, but I did get this for $42. What a weird price. Normally $60. Why not $40? Because I got another game here for $40, but this is $42. And basically, it's like playing Pokemon Yellow again. And I thought this was a nice artwork here. If you look really close, obviously this is the whole map of the Kanto region. But this is the Pikachu version, right? So you take Pikachu as your starter. But if you got the Eevee version, see it in Pallet Town, it shows Pikachu right there. It also shows Eevee, the evolutions as you're traveling. Look, there's Pidgey, Rattata, the first Pokemon you find on Route 1. You got the bug Pokemon in Viridian Forest. You got all the rock Pokemon, the Geodudes and all that up there for Victory Road. Aerodactyl, of course, by getting the old Amber. And it's a very nice touch here. So at some point I'll play this. Maybe I should play it blind. Like, I'm doing the Let's Play Super Mario World. Maybe when I'm done with that, I should do this blind, because obviously I played the original Pokemon games a million times, Fire Red and Leaf Green. So why not go through this again? Although, like, I've heard about, it's not even quality of life changes, because personally I don't think it's all that good. Like, every Pokemon has the EXP share, so in the battle you don't have to like switch anybody out, you can just get your starter in. And I guess there's no wild battles anymore either. You just sort of see them on the world map. I don't know, kind of strange. But I would imagine you can get the 3 starters like you did in Yellow. You get Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle. So we'll take a look at that in the future. I also got this game, which just came out back in February. I believe it was February, right? Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury. This game was $40, which is interesting because Pokemon came out in 2018. This just came out. But this is a Wii U port, if I'm not mistaken. And Bowser's Fury is like a little add-on. So I did enjoy Super Mario Odyssey. I beat like the main story, but I never got all the stars just because isn't there like thousands of stars in it? And I sort of lost track and sort of gave up on it. like, one thing that sort of gives me incentive to keep playing games is the trophies. Like, for instance, I just got the Platinum Trophy in Final Fantasy X for the PS4, and I beat the main game like 2 weeks ago, but I've been doing all the extra shit just to get that Platinum. And like with these kind of games, it's like, yeah, okay, I beat the main game, and maybe I'll go back and play the extra stuff, but you get a certain satisfaction from getting the trophy in the end. It's like, yeah, look at that shit, you know? But at some point, I'll check this out. You know, I never had a Wii U, so I wish they'd bring more of those Wii U games over. I'm actually going to show you another one. But like, for instance, Twilight Princess and Wind Waker. I mean, those are the Zelda games we want. We didn't want Skyward Sword, at least I didn't. I hated Skyward Sword. So this is another Wii U game that I actually got to, Pikmin 3 Deluxe. And I think this was $42 as well. I don't know why, like I said, you know, 60 to 42. Just do 60 to 40. And of course, I love the first two Pikmin on the GameCube. And I think they did like a re-release on the Wii, just because the controls were better to use the Wii to point, to aim your Pikmin as opposed to using the sticks. And, you know, interesting to see where the series goes. I don't know what other new Pikmin they have, because, you know, in the original you had the, you know, red, yellow, and blue. And then in 2 you had this one, I think it was the purple Pikmin, and you had the white Pikmin. And you went in like more dungeons. It wasn't just in the overworld collecting all the resources. You went underground and collected stuff. So I wonder what this will be, how this will be different. And I see there's another new character. You have Almar. I forget the other dude's name, and it looks like you have a female character too. So you got another new character. So I wonder, yeah, this is multiplayer too. So that's cool. So yeah, at some point we'll play this. So those are my new games. Like I said, the game I'm most looking forward to playing actually is Tales of Arise. And like I said, I got all these games. As far as Trails of Cold Steel, I do want to play it, right? But the thing is, I bet you it's an over 100-hour game, because that's how turn-based RPGs are, especially getting all the extra stuff. And if I like it, I'm going to want to play the other 4. So, judging by the fact that I clocked it over 100 hours on Final Fantasy X, and it took me a month and a half because I started at the end of May, this is going to take you around the same time. Times that by 4, and Tales of Arise is coming out in September. So I don't know. I'm going to have to play another game in the meantime for that. So I don't think I'm going to do this, because I think if I want to play this, I'm going to want to keep going with the sequels. So, I don't know. And like I said, I'm pondering the idea after Super Mario World, I'll let's play this. Just sort of blind, and, you know, Pokemon's easy to catch on to, and, you know. So these are all the games I picked up. Let me know in the comments down below what you think, what games you picked up during the sales. And stay tuned for more videos coming soon. So thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.